Portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by SFG Medicare. On today's Medicare Tips with Andrew Price, we're going to be talking about using Medicare outside our region while traveling. Good morning, Andrew. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Summertime's quick. It's here. Let's face it. It's here. Let's talk about traveling with Medicare. You know, so you can travel if you have a Medicare plan. You can travel with it.
You can. A lot of people have questions as far as that goes. If you have a Medicare supplement, there's no network. So if you show your Medicare card and then you have a separate supplement card, then you don't have a network, period. As long as they take Medicare, you can go anywhere in the country. If you have an Advantage plan, you can travel with it, but there's a few more rules.
And you know, you're talking about networks. Okay, Medicare supplement plans don't have a network. Advantage plans do not have networks, but you can still travel. And just rest assured, you can travel if there's no network there.
So Advantage plans do have a network.
Yeah, okay.
A network means that you have to see a doctor that has a contract with the insurance company. In an emergency situation, there is no network. So if you're traveling and you get sick, it's going to be more likely an emergency. You're going to get hurt, you're going to have a heart attack, something that's going to be urgent. And so you can go to the hospital, you can go to the ER, you can see an urgent care doctor if you're just feeling sick. So if it's an emergency, you don't really have to worry about networks.
Okay, so you can, someone with an Advantage plan can go outside our region.
Yes, they can. So a big change since about 2020 is that our plans really aren't regional anymore. So in the past, you had to stay in your region unless it was an emergency. In the past few years, what they've done is they've broken down the walls, and as long as a doctor's in network period with the plan, you can go anywhere. So you can go to Texas or California or New York as long as they're in the network.
So does that mean you can see any doctor you want to with an Advantage plan now?
That does not mean that. Okay. So they do have to be in the network, but an insurance plan here is across the country, but they're different plans. And so as long as they're in the network in that region, you can still go there.
Now, what about going outside of the country? I know a lot of people are making plans to go to Mexico. They're going to Europe. They're going outside of the borders of the United States. What about that?
So Medicare is a United States insurance, and so you do have a little bit of coverage if you go outside the country with Medicare, but I usually recommend getting a travel health insurance policy. Those policies are designed for traveling overseas and work a lot easier.
And let's talk about cruises. Does that go for cruises as well?
It does. Cruises fall in a kind of a weird category, and if you go to the doctor's office on a cruise ship, it is astronomical. And so I really recommend having that travel health insurance policy.
Where can you buy those policies?
So I don't sell those. You know, I'm just trying to give advice. So I usually recommend going online, like doing a Google search, or if you have a travel agent, sometimes your travel agent can help you get a travel health insurance policy.
Now, you're giving us some great information today, but you have a better way of doing this. You kind of do it face to face. When do you have some more Medicare seminars coming up?
So I have 4 different Medicare seminars coming up. Last week I had one in Elizabethton, and it was a big hit. Upcoming, I'm in Greenville, I'm in Bristol, I'm in Johnson City, and I'm in Kingsport over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
If folks are interested in that, how do they take part in those?
All you need is an RSVP. With all those, I actually am providing a meal, so I need a head count on who's going to come and make sure that we have enough spots. So they can always call me on my cell phone to RSVP.
All right, Andrew, great advice, great information that a lot of folks I think are needing right now, getting ready to travel. Medicare seminars with Andrew Price are happening at the Gondolier in Greenville on May 27th at 11:30 a.m. at Bayou Boys here in Johnson City on June 6th at 6 p.m. All you got to do is RSVP at this number right here. It's 423-737-1865. Also remember, it's got one coming up at the Chop House in Kingsport, June 10th, 6 p.m. at the Public Library in Bristol on June 13th at 6 p.m. Once again, RSVP right there at that number you see on the screen. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by SFG Medicare.